Welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have any questions or comments, we have multiple ways we can be reached.
Around?
That is one of the ways. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those of you that need instant gratification in this millennial-based world. And, of course, the show's Twitter feed is at Skimpod. That's Skimpod. For the more patient amongst you, which is none of us, let's be honest, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Crunchy again, being spelled with a K. We're also available via Apple Podcast, something I've never heard of, Stitcher Radio. Are any of you still using that shit? TuneIn Radio, whatever the fuck that is, I couldn't tell you. Google Play, I've heard of that. I don't use it, but if you do, thank you. Spotify, now that one I use, so find us on there. I know we're on there. And of course, at the website, stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Now I ask that you please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show, because honestly, I don't do that shit. And I need someone to pick up my slack. Now, I hear that there is a group of people here that collectively discuss music, and they provide for you, yes you, a pod called Cast. It's a musical discussion show built on a hip-hop foundation, which seems to be what makes the musical world turn these days, and I hear it's pretty swell. Our personal Twitters are Tatum216, Lunchbox2099, The Real ODP, and your host, Internet's Tasty Tayrell 713.
What did I say? 311. Howdy ho, neighborino. Stays Crunchy Milk episode 2. Nope. See, I just said it. Literally just said it out loud. It's episode 311 of Stays Crunchy Milk. Welcome to it. We're in the comfy confines-ish.
Remember back in the day when you used to like put out the number and then have like a little factoid of something?
I do.
Like 311.
Maybe that'll help you remember.
311 is a pretty easy one because it's a name of a band.
I mean, hey.
I think it's like a Texas phone number.
Zip code?
Is it, no, like a
area
code for
we did this before.
I'm thinking because like their band name is 311, so I'm assuming it's like a Texas area code.
Well, in the interestingly new confines of Susie's Soup, which is at 230 Huron Road East in Cleveland, Ohio.
Did you look that up?
I did. I did not know that from heart. The east part is what was escaping me.
I'm sorry, they're from Omaha, Nebraska.
311 in Nebraska area code?
I'm trying to find that.
Oh.
The band's name originates from the police code for indecent exposure in Omaha, Nebraska.
Don't maybe take this 311 to another level.
I wonder if it's the same code in all states or if it's just in Omaha, Nebraska.
Well, 211 is a robbery in L.A. Well, California. That's the California penal code.
I mean, I would think though that like police codes should be like why not just be standard across the board? The crimes are all like the same in other states, right? Except like newer ones like weed and stuff, but like just change the
Newer ones like weed?
I mean, like how some states have them like now and some don't.
Okay.
I guess like the numbers would be the same, just like some states don't use them anymore.
Well,
your jazz cabbage is old news.
jazz cabbage is a turn of phrase I don't think I've ever heard.
But I mean, I think it'd be like being in like the NFL, right? And you're at one team and you learn their playbook, and then you get traded, and then it's a whole new playbook.
Blue 22.
Yeah,
Blue
it's
22.
just like 311 in Omaha meaning indecent exposure, or 311 in Ohio could be like, raccoons are running down the street. Like, why can't it be universal?
What do we need a code for raccoons running down the street, especially in this area?
Yeah, you have a code, but I'm saying like each state adopts the same code, just they might not have to ever apply it.
So everybody carries the raccoon code.
Yeah, like every state, like 813 could be a raccoon running down the street. Just some states, like they'll actually end up using it.
You need to find the code for rabbit animal for somewhere. I need to know. It's got to exist. You know it does.
So a raccoon was in my yard the other day, and I tried to scare him by pulling up, and then
I tried to do that to my own cat the other day,
and he didn't move.
Turner was like,
and then I back up, and I seen him, and he limped off, and he fell underneath my girlfriend's car, and then I was like, "Is this raccoon all right?" Then he got up. Like I don't know if he was like acting. He might have been, but he was like he was dying. But he just got up and walked away.
Like, you got with them lights, brother. Took me out.
Yeah. Yeah, animals are plenty in my neighborhood. It was a
Your ass got a whole forest behind you, though, man.
yeah, it was a so I was cutting the grass yesterday. I finally got to it, and my girlfriend was like, "Did you see that?" I was like, "What?" Like, I came to the door. She was like, "It was a big ass buck in our yard, and it ran right past you." And I was like, "Really?" And like, when I started cutting the grass some more, and then I seen it was like in the neighbor's yard. It was pretty fucking massive. It was like about I say about 5 feet off the ground, and then
It's too much. And
like-
plus antlers.
and plus antlers, yeah.
Hell no.
So yeah, it's a lot of animals out there. I always feel like I'm always on edge when I'm walking, like while I'm cutting the grass. When you feel different stuff smush under your feet, because it's like a lot of different animals and toads and stuff like that, and rabbits. So
I mean, like when I cut the backyard the last time, there was like some piles of shit back there, which is why I don't own a dog. And I'm thinking, okay, which one of y'all critters did this?
what kind of shit was it?
It's the thing, man. I couldn't even tell. It's
was
just
just
black.
poop.
It's just a pile.
If it was black and if it was little circles,
No, it wasn't deer pellets. I know.
Okay.
I know those. Those were in the front yard.
okay.
This was like, I would almost put money on it being my cat.
Oh, straight up logs. Okay.
Yeah, like it
How
was
big was the logs?
big enough for me to be mad.
But it probably wasn't your cat, because like I know what.
It was like piled up soft serve.
Oh, okay.
Serve. Like it was like,
That might have been a coon.
yeah, like that might, because I do have raccoons in the yard that I've seen. I know I've seen skunks, I've seen possums, I've seen deers, I've seen
I
rabbits.
thought they pelleted too. I thought all them animals pelleted because they all rodentia in that vein.
I don't know if raccoons pellet though. I'm
To Google.
all Google episode.
We present the question, they didn't get the answers.
It looks like raccoons do a bit of both. Like there's a picture here of like raisinets, and then here's one's like raisinets and some logs.
As big as heavy as wood.
Yeah, like they're multifaceted when it comes to their poop game.
That's very interesting. Like, because most of the time I've seen, I thought it was. I guess it really depends on their diet.
Based on what I'm looking at here, I think it was a skunk.
Ah,
Yeah, because this is kind of like more what I saw.
Ugh, they got some ugly dookie.
Yeah, man.
everything about the skunk game.
So, and I have seen skunks around the neighborhood
Yeah.
and in my yard. I've even not let my cat out before because I've come home and like a skunk ran across the driveway. So yeah, based on what I saw, I think it was a skunk.
Like, Smokey, sit your ass down. No,
Yeah.
it's a skunk out there. Stop with that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're big and bad, but I don't need you getting bit and sprayed.
Every now and again,
He's bad and bougie.
all of a sudden the funk will just hit like out of nowhere, and you like, oh, this is some skunk just sprayed over on the side of my house because it'll rotate in the air. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they do it on the side of the house where the air conditioner at, where the AC unit is at, because it quick to get sucked in, just distributed throughout the home, and like, god damn.
Skunks are like old timey stuff rifles too, like during like the Civil War. Like
Muskets might go off.
Yeah, they're like muskets. No, I say that because like with a musket you have one shot and then you had to reload.
Yeah.
Skunks, they got one shot and it takes them days before they can spray again. Yeah, they can't like rapid fire. They get like they build up, they get one spray and then after that like,
You almost like bumblebees.
oh yeah, like one sting and they're dead.
Well, them skunks ain't dying at least. Jesus.
Shit, almost.
Almost. Man, the skunk game. Thank you for that wisdom and that knowledge out here, man. So, my child was kicking with his friend on
Yeah,
this.
a skunk must recharge once he uses his spray, and if he completely depletes his scent glands, it can take up to 10 days to regenerate the full amount.
Assuming they let the whole...
Yeah, leaving him vulnerable to predators. A skunk will typically give a lot of warning before spraying, because it's like,
Hey, hold on.
Yeah, hold on,
Don't make me do it. I toot my ass.
Well, I'll tell you this tale. Y'all can tell what you think, what y'all think of the situation. His little buddy Dylan's like birthday situation was happening out in I guess somewhere in the metro parks.
Is he the tatted one?
Yes.
Yeah, a friend that's tatted.
Yeah, we'll go walk down that path here shortly too. We'll come back around to that, as a matter of fact, 'cause it probably all works out together. So,
I do pay attention.
I hadn't heard from my kid in a minute, so I'm just like, hey man, you okay? Where you at? Oh, we out in Fairview. I'm good. I'm like, all right, I'll see you tonight, right? Yeah, all right, yeah, I'll be home. Cool. So I kind of let him just be loose this summer. Kind of let him go.
Hot boy summer.
Yeah, but
Boys
it's getting late, and Aunt had told me, yo, come in early because we got that work. So I was like, cool, I'll come in to work early. But it's late. My kid ain't showed up yet, so I'm still kind of sitting there waiting around. It get like 11:15, and he called me. And he don't call me normally. He'll text me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, what's going on, boy? So we are at 185th Impuritas, and I'm like, what happened? Dilla's mom took Dilla's brother home and told him he had to walk. And I'm like, the fuck? So I'm like, cool, no worries, bro. I'm on my way. But I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm more worried than anything else, just because like it's pitch black at that point. You in the hood. It's definitely not yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of a hood too.
It's just up the hill from the metro parks where 2 people were killed, and they still ain't solved that crime yet. You know what I'm saying? And
the police need to watch Forensic Files.
I'm like, I go, and I finally, I literally, he was right where he said he was, which was dope. They were all hanging, all of them, because it was like 5 boys all together in my little bitty fit. I can do 4 people clean in a fit. 6 people in a fit, it becomes an uncomfortable situation, and they all boys, and they stink like how the stink to hell. The boys just smell bad.
Hot boy summer.
And I'm like, now boy, tell me what's going on here. And Dylan's like, my mom took my brother and his friends home and said I had to find my own way home, basically. And I'm like,
why? Wow.
I am kind of like, why? But I'm also like, bro, you realize, you know what I'm saying, she had my kid with her, bro, and I there's a certain sense of responsibility I entrust with her, with my kid, and now you got my boy out here on the stroll, and he's like, I know, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? No, you hate my mom. And my son's like, he don't hate your mom. And I'm sitting there like,
I just don't like the situation.
I kind of hate your mom, nigga, but I'm not going to say it out loud. And I'm just, Vanessa gets up this morning because I kind of tried to explain to her last night, but she was already asleep. And she goes, what? I'm not, so she kind of
It's too late to comprehend, pretty much.
Yeah. She not, but she gets it this morning. Is like, yo, that's some wild ass shit. And I'm right with Xander. I dropped his buddies off. They went one way, and I took him. Of course, I took my kid home, and I'm like, let me tell you something, bro. If his mama ain't gonna be responsible, I can't have you kicking it with him like that. I'm on the stroll. You know what I'm saying? You can go to his house or whatever. That's fine. But you know, you can't be in these streets with them if she is irresponsible in a manner that's like, okay, find a way home. That's not what we do here. It's like, it's like I say, especially in this, like I said, I go, you were in a like I said, it's an unsafe neighborhood. Not unsafe neighborhood, but it's not his hood. And you know what I'm saying? Who can be around there? You go up the road just enough, get some hood.
Yeah. Like, he have to cross Cam Corner, but it gets pretty hoodish right there for a while.
Yeah. So it's like,
time out. It amazes me what y'all really think is hood. Time back in.
It's hood for that area. I know the difference between like hood over there or like what East 140th.
Yeah. It's a West Side hood, and it is what it is. It's a blend of like I said, again, 2 people were murdered in that area, and recently enough in that general vicinity.
Like 2 people were murdered in Town City. We still go to work every day.
I know that where the drug apartments are, like right around the corner from there. So it's
the what?
The drug apartments. I used to drop dude I know Black Magic. I used to drop Black Magic off over there.
Black Magic.
It's his magic player. He knows it's black, and I call him Black Magic. Okay. And I'm glad they say that stuck.
Well, I mean, I said because I know how you know him.
Yeah.
He posted some shit on social media last week talking about how he had this whole plan to kill himself like 9 years ago, and that I don't know, like I didn't go like. I don't know what stopped him.
Yeah.
But he was like talking about how like, he had the day planned out. He wasn't going to say bye to nobody.
Wow.
And like all this stuff about like how he didn't want to be alive, and he like thought it was easier on everyone if he just was like gone.
And this is on social media.
He posted all of it to Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram.
You saying that happened 9 years ago, and he
10 years ago, something like that.
Was he saying something like I'm glad I'm here still or whatever?
He just posted like that he was planning on doing it.
Yeah.
I didn't really see what the resolution why it didn't go through with it was, because he made it sound like he was just gonna like go off a bridge or something.
Yeah.
And like that was gonna be it. So,
Oh man.
but he's still here. He seems to be very spiritual now.
Yeah.
So
Found his way.
He found something.
Yeah.
It still amazes me, like the stuff we were just talking about this like 10 minutes before you got here. It's about like the shit people put on social media nowadays. Like, I mean, I know those are two different skills we talking about, but like I'm so glad I'm not on Facebook. Like, I don't think I could take somebody being like, I mean, I guess I could take it, but I'm just like, that's just so strange to me. Like,
I feel like that might have been like a couple of things he might have been doing there. And I realized he didn't write it out like that. One, he's still here.
yes, he's still here.
9-10 years on, he's still here, and that's pretty great. You know
But yet again, if we just take what you just said about social media, social networking, I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna hire somebody who's just talking about they gonna kill themselves 9-10 years ago?
I don't know, but like I said, again, he's still here, which means something must have pulled him through. But also, that might be somebody else who might be like, I'm thinking the same thing, and guess what? He's still here. Maybe I can be here.
Or I'm thinking like, if I'm an employer, like, goddamn, what if that shit comes back? Or
Well, like, I mean, I see that point, but like, where I've been at as far as the stuff I've shared on social media, like, I never really thought that like I had any kind of impact on other people with the bullshit that I would say on social media at all. But then, like, as I've done this weight loss shit over the last year plus, and I've like basically at this point that's about all I post on social media, because I hardly ever post on Facebook anymore.
Okay.
Like, and I barely go on there. Like,
Okay.
I'll dip my head in every day just to see if I have any notifications, and then I dip back out. Like, I don't even scroll down my news feed anymore. I happen to see him post that on Snapchat because I follow him on across all platforms.
That's the titties. What you doing that for, bro?
But there are people that I've talked to about.
She was really into it, wasn't she?
There's stuff I've talked about on social media as far as like my goals and stuff I've done to get to the point I'm at, stuff I want to continue to do, my thought process with things. And there have been people who have like DM'd me that like ask me questions, that just tell me what they're going through, and then there are people that like have left comments on those posts, and then now it's like I see them and they're doing stuff that like they weren't doing before because of like listening to me talk about what I'm going through or what I wanted. Like, there's one guy in particular on Facebook that I've known from playing Magic the Gathering that I've seen him, like, he's put on weight and he was doing things with his job and everything, and he saw me talking about wanting to play basketball again, and it got him motivated. And now I see him posting pictures like up at the court, like enjoying that aspect of his life again, wanting people to come up there and be with him, participate with him. And like I said, I've had people that have talked to me about like what I do with like my food, and they tell me what they're doing, and we discuss what they're going through. And like the social media does have its dark parts, where like it's just people just wanting to get a rise out of people for their own enjoyment, and then there are people that post shit just for attention. But there is an aspect to it where it is helpful to find people who are going through similar things, or just inspiration.
Yeah, I'm at a stage in my life where I just don't. That seems very weird to me now. Like, the more and more I older and older I get, it's kind of like I just find that kind of like that kind of. I mean, I understood it when I was like younger. Like, oh, I want to do this. I want to like tell about what's going on in my life and stuff like that. But the older and older I get, I'm like, I don't want to do that. And I feel like people are just seem to be getting weirder and weirder with the shit. Like what they share on social media, and like just like where their headspace is as far as like, I can't wait to get that like for this. I'm like personal journeys, I get that to a certain extent, but like just like
you're talking about like clout chasing.
not even, let's say the clout chasing, because like saying like a whole hum ass story on there is not that's not really clout chasing though. Like, I think people just like certain people just have this mentality where it's like some people embrace happiness, some people embrace pain, and it's weird to me that people like I'm just not that. I mean, you can guys agree with me. Do you feel like I'm a glass half full type guy most of the time?
Yeah, you're not. I think you're very positive dude. I don't see you as a glass half empty kind of dude.
So, like, what I'm saying is like, like people embrace a lot of people embrace.
I'm pessimistic.
Yeah, but not only that, it's just like if they do get happiness, that's bad for them.
They don't know how to fuck. They don't
know how to feel like oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. What do I do with that?
Oftentimes I find those people are waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like it's been too much good, and now I'm worried the bad must be right around the bend. And so that oddly enough is something I see more in religious folk who always think that the good must also be met out with some bad. Yeah. It's like they feel that they can't be having all this good.
And
which is strange to me because like look if you I feel like if you are a person of faith and your faith has told you that your God has your back, right?
Yeah.
But then they'll flip it and be like, well, Satan out to get me then. My God being too good to me. So it's like, I can't call it, bro. It's like,
I get the life balance. It's like you roll craps 3 times. You gotta think you're gonna get snake eyes pretty soon. Yeah. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. It's just like I'm just getting to the point where I realize like I'm more of an introvert than I ever thought I was. Like I don't get any pleasure out of like. I don't know. Sometimes I even post something like positive, and I'm like, I'm gonna take that down. That's a little bit too.
Well, I used to use it, and by that I mean social media, as a crutch to feel more connected to people. And and at the time, I didn't realize it was just because I was depressed. Since I've gone through all this, I've realized that that's exactly what was going on with me. And so I was using it as a way to feel better about myself. Like if I posted something that people liked it because they thought it was funny. Yeah. Or if I got people talking to me or whatever. And it's like now with where I'm at in my life, like I don't feel like I need that crutch anymore.
Oh yeah.
But there are like people who like I know who like I feel like they just live on there, and it's like it's their way of feeling connected to people. It's just like they don't spend any time in the people's actual lives, but like they throw that like out there on all the posts and everything, and it makes them feel like they're still like connected somehow. And it's fine for some things, but like where I'm at with like I feel like that's more of something I would like use for news or like I don't know, entertainment, but not like personal relationships.
Yeah, actual personal relationships are personal. It's just that. We send stuff to each other all the time on our Instagram back channels. Yeah. But rarely are I'm sitting there just like this goes out to the homies, you know what I'm saying, for the glow, you know what I'm saying? I tag us on the show feed, but I'm the social media manager. I'm supposed to do that. That's about it for our personal relationships. That's why I get your point, but also fully dig that this brother who was so close to calling it a night.
Yeah, I mean,
came around, and some years later decided to say, "Hey, man, once upon a time I was in a fucked up place, and I feel better about myself right now." And I kind of dig it, and I'm sure he got some likes and supportive loves or whatever on the various things, but also. But I hope it spoke to somebody loud.
Yeah, like maybe he wasn't posting it for the likes. Maybe he was just hoping that there wasn't someone following him who was in the same situation.
This me half fooling his post.
I
know you hear me. I know you.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a certain. I know it's a certain amount of reflection you should have for the bad days, because I've gone through things where I feel like, and I know I'm a different type of person when it comes to. Like internalizing things and like things that have gone on in my past, and I know that's a certain amount of knowledge that I have. I'm like, I know that I deal with my fucked up shit my way, and I know other people could never deal with it that way. I mean, sometimes to a fault, but it just seems like to me like especially with social media, it's kind of like I understand like you wanna. Probably help other people and like kind of get it out there, but it just comes to a point where it's like how much of that is actually helping other people. Like, I just feel like sometimes this is like, you know what? If you feel like you want to get your message out there, I mean, it's better means than.
Well, in that case, in this only this one instance, all I can speak to, I feel like he did his best.
I mean, we all doing our trying to do.
Yeah, we all are trying to do our best, and like I said, I'm grateful for Black Magic out here, still 10 years on, and I can still call the brother Black Magic, and because I think it's the dopest nickname. He should be using that shit in the streets. Somebody probably already a Black Magic out there doing it. Circle around the dream, we're gonna bring it back to my child because that's where it's home. But good stuff there. Not no disrespect to Black Magic. I'm gonna get y'all right back in this story, and then I'm gonna get y'all guidance on the situation. So I have this gathering of all these little gentlemen in my car.
The gathering of the.
And I'm like I said, I'm telling my child like why this ain't cool in front of his friends. I give a goddamn, and I'm like,
because somebody's gonna tweet it.
He's like. He goes, I was scared. I was scared because I remember hearing about somebody getting killed out here, Dad. And I'm like, and then his buddy in the back was like, hell yeah, I was scared. I'm like, yeah, because y'all think y'all men until y'all face some man shit. And it's like they're all like 15, 14-year-old boys, you know what I'm saying, headed toward whatever. So they're not there yet.
Yeah.
And in a situation like that, when you in the hood, you don't know where it's not yours. With no real ride home. Yeah. They probably all broke, so they can't even like hop a bus or call.
Let me download this free Lyft real quick.
yeah. So it's like even that requires you to put a credit card in first. You know what I'm saying? So you can pay for it later. I feel like they like, oh yeah, I'm genuinely shook. They all stink to high hell. All of a sudden, the one boy just started ripping ass in the back of my car, and they like, oh, get back in your car. And I'm like, this boy probably didn't have to shit this whole goddamn time.
Yeah, no, you still were you nervous you fart?
Yeah, it's like
I've been in the office a long time, like,
and I'm like, you just left these 5 little boys, most of them with the exception of Dylan, but boys of color, people of color, out here on the stroll in the middle of goddamn nowhere, and I'm just like, I'm ready to burn the whole motherfucker down. You don't have kids yet. Was you ever left on a stroll in your life that like by in your parental situation? You bounced around a couple different parents, you got your grandma and stuff like that there. Did they ever play you like that? And like, here you go, you make your way home, champ.
No one ever like did that. Like I was on my own a lot.
No tough love like that.
Like I went out, like on my bike after school, and I would come home at dark. But yeah, no one ever dropped me off anywhere and was like, all right, here. Game time, figure it out. Like I don't remember anyone ever doing that. Like they'd make me walk to school. They like my stepmom and my dad had me walk to school one time when I had severely damaged my ankle. They just gave me some painkillers.
What?
Yeah, I had twisted my
What's
ankle.
What's the name of that game where you take painkillers, you keep going? God, it's with the cop.
Max Payne?
Yeah, Max Payne. They Max Payne'd you out there.
Yeah, like in that situation, they didn't give me a ride somewhere and then just like not get me. Yeah. They just never gave me a ride to begin with. I had like twisted my ankle playing football in someone's backyard because Palmer's real bad sometimes with like it was like swampy land.
Yeah.
And I hit like a gopher hole, and like my ankle swelled up and turned purple. And rather than like either take me to the doctor or leave me at home, or give me a ride to and from school, they gave me painkillers. I think it was like Percocets or something. I walked to school, and then by the time school ended, the pills started to wear off.
For sure.
So I walked home with a hurt ankle and no painkillers.
I know your stepmom listens to this podcast.
Sometimes, not recently.
You owe my man an apology when you hear this episode.
I don't know. Because in my head, I just picture you like laying on the ground with 2 9mm and you push yourself up with the gun and then like you get up and start spinning around in a circle.
In slow motion, of course.
Yeah, slow motion.
Oh, whatever, bullet time.
Yeah, in bullet time. But other than that, yeah, that's really fucked up. Other than thinking about you like with a trench coat on and 2 guns underneath you.
I think it stems from the fact that like because I was the oldest and I had to like learn how to do shit at an early age, I was kind of almost like an afterthought.
What were you taught in that situation?
There's no...
I don't mean to say that particular instance was a lesson. I just mean the general mentality towards me was that, like, I didn't get in trouble ever. I didn't really, like, get loud ever. So it was almost like I was treated like an adult even though I wasn't.
Yeah,
so I was kind of just, like, fending for myself in a sense.
But at the same time, forgive me for saying this, but you're giving them an excuse.
Oh, no, it's fucked up, and I was mad about it then, and I'm mad about it now.
Like, because, like, even if I'm hurt as an adult, it's kind of like that was even more reason. They're like, Dan's out of the way all the time. He's fucking hurt. Like, it's even more reason why we should focus on him right now because we don't focus on him any other time.
We know that now. They didn't. They was young parents. At least your pop was, right? I don't know.
Well, this is when I was in high school, so
they were a bit older, but now
at this point, like I
32,
twice as old as you
I was
are.
probably
right?
like 16 when this happened.
Yeah, so everybody like
17 they would have been, and they're 33, 34.
Which is your age
Yeah,
now.
that would have been how old I am right now. When this
So,
happened.
would you do that to a person?
Fuck no. Shit, I'm giving people from the office a ride home, and like they can call an Uber.
literally told a story a few weeks back that a woman just got in his car and he took her home. Back in the old job. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was like 22 when that happened.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not gonna let you down, lady.
Your mama or any of your folk who watch you ever leave you on the stroll?
No. I mean, and I had like multiple people to call, and like before I got to my mother, I had a brother who was a couple years older than me. I have uncles. I have like a lot of my brother's friends out there. I'm like, hey, can you come get me? And they would have did it. Like,
Another thing about me is like I feel like them other boys don't got somebody they can call. Or it was so late at that point, who was they gonna call? It was gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
especially like what's even more messed up is like just being in a parent's place. Like, so you left my kids, and like it's your fault.
Yeah.
So you got a kid that's probably need to be home an hour ago, but they fucking stranded. Yeah. So it's like you pretty much made my kid break the rules because you left them somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So my question on this is: all the kids in this group know that the kid's parents ain't shit.
Yeah.
I think they know now.
They know now, yeah.
I don't know if they knew before.
Okay, because I'm about to say, like, who planned all this? Like, were they all under the assumption that they were going to get a ride home from her?
This is supposed to be that child's birthday.
Oh.
Because he was like, oh man, we eating cake Thursdays then if you want to come over. And I'm sitting there like, I don't know if it will be, sir. So they was having some kind of birthday event for him. And so
he got so many presents he had to walk home.
Here's the thing, though. Like, I would just caution to not be too hard on the kid because it's his parents, not him.
Bruh, no. That's, you know how, when you don't know, and I don't know if I've said it on the show before, I very much watch out for that child because I know what it is to be.
Oh, I know. I remember the kid from the birthday party.
Yeah,
I know we had to go run. I had to take the other half because you had to go get his hockey shit. I remember him.
Yeah, I have been the hungry boy because my mama, we didn't have no food in my house, and somebody's mama took care of me.
Yeah.
And so me and Vanessa make sure we keep some stuff in the house just for him, like sausage pizza rolls. Because nobody else in our house is gonna eat them, but they right there for him if he come through.
Yeah.
He plays football, but he played JV last year, so he's on varsity. But he water boy for varsity.
Okay.
So he's at every game, just like I was at every game, and I'm just, what did you eat today? What? I ate something here or whatever. So he doesn't just feed him at the games. It's just me look as my boy, as my son's homeboy. I'm going to look out for him because maybe someday he'll look out for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's just what that is. So I love Dylan. I really do. I truly do. I don't like that his mama play him like this, and also his I guess his brother has some kind of disorder.
I guess my point here is like, if like you can't really cut him out being a friend if he hadn't done nothing. His parents are shitty
For sure.
But
I'm just
my lesson would be to them: if y'all are going to continue to hang out with Dylan, which it sounds like he's a good guy,
Yeah.
you all are going to have to mind your P's and Q's about your transportation situation when it comes to Dylan's parents.
The day before we went up to Toronto, he was like, my mom said she ain't gonna take me to my hockey game. So he plays hockey, so clearly she must put in, or maybe his father does, I don't call it, his folks are divorced. But I'm just like, alright, where's it at? He tells us in North Olmsted. I'm like, alright, well here's how you get there. Here's whatever. And he goes, well, I ain't got no money. I'm like, alright. So I get him his the bus fare. I'm like, look, buy your all day pass, catch it up here, and you come back. You know what I'm saying? I try my best to look out for him because, like I said, I'm not saying his mama not looking out for him, but maybe she's trying to, maybe like your parents, I'm saying, maybe she's trying to adult him a little too soon.
That and like, all right, they would have me like walk to school and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I imagine if like I had a weekend hockey game or something, because that's a lot of fucking gear to carry.
It is.
Yeah, like they would like someone would have like I imagine would have given like some sort of consideration to giving me a ride. Like they, like, I mean, my grandparents and stuff took me to basketball when I was a kid.
Yeah. So I can't call it with her, but
She just sounds like a shitty mom.
yeah.
I mean, I was almost gonna say that until I heard like the disorder with the other kid.
Yeah.
That shit, like having some.
I guess he has anger issues. He be breaking shit all the time.
Okay,
Coming
yeah,
all the time. I don't know what the particular thing is. So she got one kid, her older kid, that's just wilding. And maybe that takes more focus, you feel me?
Oh, yeah, it does.
Because my brother got, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like,
I have as an older guy now and seeing how my siblings are and the dynamic, it's almost like plugging a leaky boat.
exactly. My brother had his own issues as we was coming up, and therefore he had to be more watched than I was. So I was free to go do whatever, but I also was scared of shit of my mom, so I was never gonna do anything.
I mean, I know I can talk about this from hindsight 2020, but I watched like a lot of documentaries about like it was on HBO about like the one kid with a disorder and again anger issues, and he was just like fucking up his little sister, and like the mom was like, I'm at my wit's end, and she sent the son to a home pretty much.
Wow.
Like she's like she had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
She had no other options. This was like he has anger issues. He has moments of clarity where he can come back and say I'm sorry and stuff like that, Mom, and I don't want to go.
Yeah.
But all the other time is just like, they're messing up. And they were saying like they interviewed the daughter. She was just like, she was on this like 6-year-old little girl was hanging on to her wits like, I know my mom has to look after my brother. I'm just over here coloring and shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can understand that a little bit better.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, just like Lunch was just saying, like, he's a little bit older. She was like, well, she fails to realize him being all right all the time is other people like you chipping in and him using his wits.
Yeah.
So, sometimes, maybe it's like the best option is to like pull the mom to the side, like, what the fuck happened? And I'm not blaming you. I just want to know what happened because my kid was here this time.
True, because you know what it is? They might not have had the whole story.
Yeah.
Or had their version of the story.
Well, the thing, and like having gone through it now and knowing at this point in my life what I would have needed back then that I didn't have, that like I kind of have now, like, so if I had kids, I know that this is what I would do. I think my parents' problem partially with me was waiting for something bad to happen before talking to me rather than talking to me preemptively.
Preparing, yeah.
Yeah, like asking me questions or just telling me shit. So basically, like, it was like if there was never an alarm, then nothing must be wrong. But like, there isn't always. Sometimes the alarm's silent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes like you're going through it and you don't even know that the alarm should be sounding.
Yeah.
So I kind of wish like I just had more like inquisitive stuff. Or just like ask me how I'm doing, or like what's going on with you, or like there was just like no plan really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just every once in a while with your kids, like, you okay? And if you're not okay, can we like, tell me what's going on. Like I can tell, as my kids get older, I know who I'm gonna have a problem with. I mean, I know who. Like,
I just hope that you keep your strength by the time Emery can bench press 700 pounds.
I don't think Emery. I don't think he'll. I mean, I know.
Physically, he'll beat you. Anthony will beat you mentally.
No, Anthony is just. He's just a different kind of little kid. Like Emery is just kind of like you all right? Mm-hmm. And then we can talk about it. Something going on. Like that's why I don't believe in all like astrological signs and shit, because it's like, well, you match up with him and like.
I feel like you're more of a product of your environment compared to what month you were born on and
The
what
sign
moon
shit. The sign shit is fun because you'll read it and be like, man,
Oh,
that
shit.
really is me. But like,
I did find a nickel in my pocket.
but some of that shit can be just like, that really is anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's fast. Everybody has different facets of their personality that match up at different times.
Yeah, man. Keep be talking Greek. Keep be saying shit about Virgos. I'm like, that's not me, bro, at all.
Yeah. But sometimes, like, when I'm just like...
But, sorry to cut you off, but almost everybody I've ever been friends with has been born in September, though. So what the fuck is that? So, like, I don't believe it, but at the same time, it's kind of like, that is kind of weird.
The lady behind me at work, she sees how people come over and talk to me. She goes, "You really are a Libra, aren't you?"
What does that even mean, though?
Because Libras are known to be
I'm a
social,
little side, baby.
like to be able to talk to like everybody.
Yeah.
So it's like people come over and it's just like she sees people come over and just start telling me their secrets.
And tell me your fears. That's right on. All right. So once upon a time, my mama did leave me on the stroll, so we can bring this back around and wrap it up on this little point of whatever.
Okay.
Me and my brother run around in Walmart, and she was like,
"Fuck
You
this!
better find me before I'm gone." And luckily, literally, she went to my grandma's house, which was like a straight shot down the road.
That's a leaving lesson, though. I think that
was a lesson.
That's a little different. Like
that was like I will leave you if you ain't here when it's time to go.
Yeah, but see, that's the difference. I think the '80s was a time where you could do that kind of shit. Like,
yeah, now like the kid will go to Twitter and tweet about it, and the social
that shit would be all over the news.
Well, this is just Millington, Tennessee. And I just had to walk down to the hall grounds and go to my grandma's house. So it's all right.
I do remember, my mother didn't have a leaving lesson, but I remember I left my bike on the front porch without. We were supposed to lock up our bikes when we went in the house. And I went down the street, I played, my bike was gone. It's like, I came out, I was like, "Where's my bike?" And I was crying and shit. My mother was like, "Did you lock it up?" I was like, "No, I left it on the front porch." It wasn't nighttime. I was like, I was playing and shit.
Yeah, you going back and forth to the bike.
Yeah, and then like later on, like maybe like 2 weeks later,
damn,
like my mother's like, "There go your bike. You locked that shit up."
Like, yes.
And I was just like, "Why?" I was out here crying and shit. Not only did I cry, I cried in front of my girlfriend, and she broke up with me and shit. I was so.
Fuck her for that.
Well, it was like I was 11, so we didn't end up together. But Ramona broke up with me, and I'm
probably gonna beep your last name only so folks to go looking your ass up. But that's about it. I'm letting the rest walk.
Yeah, but I was just like, man, that was a hard lesson to learn.
It's just.
But later on, we locked up the bikes, and somebody still sold those bikes.
Cut the blocks, baby. It's easy as that. It's just bolt cutters. It's not that hard.
I remember I had my bike in the backyard at my dad's house, and we left. I don't remember where we went as a family, but we came back. My bike was gone, and I remember I got in trouble for my bike getting stolen out of the backyard.
Like, bro,
well, I didn't get like grounded, but I got like that talking to. And I'm just like, what more could I do? It was locked up in the backyard of our property.
Like I've done what I'm supposed to do.
I guess like maybe I could have put it in the garage and shut the garage, but damn, it was on the property with a closed gate.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we can't trust other humans.
Hey, I don't know. It punched me in a weird way. I'm like, I already worry about the little boy. This child is again definitely not. I think he may be just turning 16. I think this what.
And how many tattoos this dude got?
He got 2 tattoos. One of them is the Columbus Blue Jackets logo.
Okay.
And I'm just like, why would your mama let you do this?
I doubt that his mother I don't know. Who knows?
No, you have to have permission from parents. So look, one of his parents came in that motherfucker and gave permission, and he said and he has said as much. Okay, I don't recall which one, but I think it's mama. And I'm just like, no logos at that age, because you
fine, get a tattoo.
This is from a man with a Wu-Tang logo on his arm. But I was good and grown when I got that logo, and I made that decision on my own under a grown man's mind. This is a child's mind. The Blue Jackets may not even be there.
That'll make it even cooler.
This sign goes up like no, none of that, dog. No.
I should have got Mary McCheese when I had a chance to on my arm. Now he's gone.
Sick, bro.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever get any tattoos though.
But a Mary McCheese just kind of looking off faithfully.
I guess
to the
Mary McCheese like right there, like, ugh. You see that? He got that little. You know what? If I'll probably get. I'll probably get a Yukon Cornelius on my arm, but he gotta have a gun and an axe pick. That would be pretty sweet.
Ready for action, Yukon Cornelius? That'd be a dope little action figure.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm not trying to judge somebody's parents. That's just how they parent. What if he becomes the greatest everything because of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it could be the next Kawhi Leonard.
Did Kawhi have fucked up parents?
His dad got murdered.
Well, damn, that's a whole different thing. Black Thought's parents both got murdered.
Yeah, I mean that's
Years apart, but I'm just saying he's one of the greatest MCs to ever fucking do it.
usually like somebody got a struggle, like a story.
I think though that people that go through this kind of shit only rise up from it and like really ascend when they have other people that help.
Yeah.
Like if it's just you and your fucked up parents, I think the chances are more likely you become a serial killer than like president.
Well, as much stuff as I watch, it's always some like it's very little daddy shit that guys, because he's usually, I mean, let's be frank, it's white males that usually it happened to, but it's always mommy shit, not daddy shit. It's always mommy issues. Like, what's the name of that guy?
Separation anxiety is a bitch.
Yeah, I can't wait for Mindhunter season 2 on Netflix.
Mind freak.
Yeah, it's all like because we have a lot of work right now, and nothing gets me through the day like watching Forensic Files. Me and T talked about it before, how like it's like a podcast because the dude's voice is so rich, and like it was this one part where he got in a crescendo. He got excited like, and then that's when they found the pickaxe, and like because the rest of the time he's just like talking like a monotone. Yeah, but like when they put it on that same music that's on Hot Ones, like they start getting that music on there. So it's like, and then that's when they found the blood splatter. I'm like, oh yeah. I started giggling today loud as hell because they were talking about this one case where like this chick got shot up with some propofol, and I was like, I know what propofol is, and because that's what killed Michael Jackson. And then it was like, and you know, because nobody has ever had a crime with propofol going. I was like, y'all wrong. That's what killed Michael Jackson.
At that point, no one knew.
Yeah, at that point, nobody knew.
Well, people.
I just realized we're not gonna be able to monetize this episode.
Oh, because this?
Yeah.
Well, depends on how clear it sounds on there. And I'll make a point to put one of y'all's theme songs on there so it don't cause no issues. But that was episode 311 of Stage Crunchy Milk. I'm glad you listened. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have comments, concerns, questions, some opinions on these matters, let me know. Let us know. You know what I'm saying? We out here.
My opinion is they did play my favorite Foreigner song on here. I've been waiting.
For a girl like you?
Yeah.
There you go, man.
Thanks, Grand Theft Auto.
Whereas I always associate that song and then Cherish the Love because it was on a Time Life commercial for like that slow jams kind of music.
Yeah.
So right after I've been waiting for a girl like you would be Cherish the love we have.
No, brother, you gotta get your own.
No, brother, you gotta get your own. That's Lunchbox.
I wonder if there's any Blue Eye Soul on them albums.
Who knows? Probably what's that one
Sarah
dude?
Smile?
Nah, the one dude that we all talking about. Bobby Caldwell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably some Bobby Caldwell.
That's Lunchbox 209.
I want to put it on the recording so I don't forget. I have 2 topics that I've been trying to wedge into these last 2 episodes that we haven't gotten to. So there's a strong possibility I'm going to forget the topics by the time we record again.
All right,
but at one point in time, I had 2 show topics ready to go.
Or we can record tomorrow just like for 15 minutes.
I'm out tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, y'all can record it on Friday, and I'll listen like, hell yeah, I've been waiting for this episode.
That's Tatum 216. Our missing man is at the Real ODP in these Twitter streets. Holla at him.
He got pink eye.
I am the Internet Stereo 713. You've just been podcasting. I know you loved it. Conjunctivitis.